What nonsense is this? Rubbish people. How can I receive such an amount of money?
How much did you get?
£200.
Let me see what you got. Oops. See what I got. I just received £200 from my brother.
Oh, you got a lot more than I do.
Oh yes, with MoneyFix, you can receive money from any part of the world to Cameroon directly into your mobile money account at the cheapest rate.
Wow. Are you looking for the best exchange rate for all your money transfer? Try MoneyFix. Log on to moneyfix.com. MoneyFix. Fast, easy, and cheap service to Cameroon. MoneyFix.
Hello, guys. Hello. Happy to find you all here today. And today is another Friday on relationship hot topics. I'm pretty sure everyone will be, you were all expecting to meet our most alluring and gorgeous lady, Deli Singer. Unfortunately, today we can't find her because of some reasons she can't be here today. But that notwithstanding, with all due respect and trying to be so loyal to all our followers, we said no, we still have to carry on because we have people waiting for us. So today, another Friday, we'll be talking about love and money on relationship hot topics. We all know, as humans, we are all social beings. We all out there seeking for money, as well as we are seeking to be loved. We want to love and we want to be loved. So I won't talk much, but I will just introduce the topic, and then I call on the panelists. We still have our most favorite, be Emanuela and Denzel Blessed. So while I try to bring them on, I think I'm gonna bring Emanuela first. Hello, Emanuela.
Hi, Bison.
Nice to have you here once more. At least
Same
today
here.
we'll be having you in a brighter picture.
Sure, that's better today. So, hi, guys. It's another Friday, another hot topic. Today it's going to be really hot. This is one thing that has been plaguing a lot of relationships out there, love and money put together. So, I hope we can have this talk and have some fun. So, welcome and welcome always. Thank you.
Thank you, Emanuela. I think next we'll have our famous Denzel Blessed, most educative and interesting relationship counselor we have on our bench. Denzel Blessed, where are you? Can you bring your handsome face for us to see?
Hey, Bison. Hi, Manuela.
Hi, Denzel.
How are you?
All good.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bison, for having me, and thank you for being our host of the day. I learned that the listener will not be joining us today because of some kind of foreseen circumstances. But nevertheless, we are glad we can still carry on with the show. And hi to our fellow viewers. I'm glad you all are out there. And because of the love, the connection we all have, we didn't want to postpone the show. We said, no, we still have to come on live and have this chat on love and money and relationship hot topics. It's Friday, and we have promised you all that we will do our best to make sure that every Friday we come out live and try to have a chat with you all guys. So I hope as we move forward in the subsequent minutes, we all are going to enjoy the show and have a beautiful one. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, Denzel. That was a beautiful one from Denzel and B. Emanuela as well. Thank you very much. So as we get into our topic proper, as I said once more, I'm going to say it's about love and money. Wow, these are two very, very powerful words. And when we want to talk about any relationship, there's always the call of money and there's always the call of love. Maybe I should start with Emanuela. What do you think is all about love and money in a relationship? Can I please have your opinion?
Okay, so I mean, when I hear about love and money, it's a kind of necessary evil in a relationship, something that it seems like it can go without, and at the same time it seems like it's a kind of a big destroyer when it comes to relationship. At least that's what I think about, because nowadays money has kind of in my opinion clouded a lot of people's minds when it comes to relationships, such that in as much as it's difficult for anything to run without money, a lot of people have used money to cloud the meaning of love. So far as there's money, people think it's okay for a relationship to go when there's money. But in my opinion, it's a bit difficult to look at it like that, because I take compatibility first before money comes in. So I think when you put money in front, you kind of neglect a lot of things, which is why we face the kind of difficulties we face today with relationship, the kind of cases we see, because money is something that might not always be there. In as much as, you know, we say love also is something that fluctuates in a relationship, and you don't expect to always have this butterfly kind of feeling. Money, on the other hand, is something that is so unpredictable. It's easier for you to hold on to that love. It's easier for you to bear the shortcomings of your partner. But if you went into a relationship because of money and the money is no longer there, it becomes really very difficult for you to hold on. And even if this money is still there, when you are inside having this cash, it cannot pay for everything. So you start seeing the loopholes of your partner. You start seeing some things you don't enjoy. And that's why you get some people, some women coming out there to tell us, you see, I don't get this emotional connection with my partner. He's not romantic. She's not available. And that's because we thought money could buy all of this. But unfortunately, it just cannot buy all of this. So I also want to hear from Denzel, what Denzel thinks about all of this. So, Denzel.
Yeah, Denzel, let's hear from you. What do you think?
Thank you so much, Emanuela, for your perspective, which you said a lot of things that I agree with you. I tie with you on a few number of things. But before I add to what you just said, you know, from Africa, we have this concept about money, that money is the root of all evil. Though I do not believe in that, because I have my own way of interpreting codes and all that. And also, when it comes to love, I think I saw a quote somewhere that says, he who loves more suffers more. And when I try now to put those things in perspective and in reality, what is happening today in our world, I kind of like they are interrelated, you know, they are kind of like they have to move together. And there is another quote that I truly love that says, when poverty comes through the door, money flies through the window. I'm sure you guys must have heard or must have seen a kind of like some quotes like that. And these things, I think, they have really impacted our life and relationships, and the little connections that we have with people. These things, they have kind of like, they have relations together. But like Emma said, money cannot buy love. I know how desperate, how ambitious most of us are. We are going headlock in when it comes to go and search for money or go and work your money, which is a beautiful thing. But I still believe that money cannot buy love. But again, you cannot have a very enjoyable love life with your partner without money. I think a lot of people, I think they will have to, this is what I think. I think we need to do some kind of to distinguish the two of them, to separate them. When there is money, money should not be the one that influences the love or affect how you show how you pour your emotions to your partner. And the absence of money should not deviate or reduce the amount of love that you pour into your partner's life. You should be able to, you should be that individual that can put two things in place. When there is money, the love is, it's like you have a kid, you have a child. If they fail in school, are you going to say, no, you do not love them? Or when they succeed in school, are you going to show them more love and less love when they fail in school? So I kind of feel like there has to be love and there has to be money. So for now, that's all I have to add. But I strongly tied with Emma on a whole lot of things that she said. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Desert. That was a nice one from you. Emma, I would just like to go back to you. I had some key phrases from you about necessary evil, considering love and money to be necessary evil when it comes to a relationship. I don't know if you can throw more light on that. Are you trying to tell us that they aren't necessary, or they are necessary but they are evil that we have to live with in our relationships? What can you say about that?
Okay, so when I talk about necessary evil, the reason why I use that word is because of, Denzel said he doesn't buy the idea that money is the root of all evil. But I was using that word because we all know, we know what money does. You get, money clouds a lot of things, and sometimes can even be considered evil, a destroyer, kind of. So that's why I was talking about money being a necessary evil in love. And why am I talking about it being a necessary evil? Because like we have mentioned, it's kind of difficult for these things to go without money, for love to go without money, for a relationship to kind of successfully work out without money. Because what's going, we have to have there's this responsibility that has to be carried out in a relationship, that there are some things that only money can do, you get. So that's why I was talking about necessary evil, because it destroys a lot too, yet it's very important. So it's really difficult, if not impossible, for us to say love is going to go without money, but at the same time, this thing, it comes in levels. I am still for the fact that we shouldn't put money in front of love.
Okay.
I still think so, yeah, because I believe money is something that can really get out of the window really fast as compared to love. When they talk about love, is something deep, it comes from within, and that's why it's usually really difficult for people to completely separate. Those people who cannot stay away from their exes, you know what I'm talking about. Those people who still go behind back doors and steal from their exes, and they steal from each other and they steal back, So you get what I'm saying? Because it was deep. Love is something.
But Emma, don't you think that money reveals the person that is within you? It's not really I see it's not really the money that is you already have this toxicity in you. Okay, the money not just reveals this toxicity out for people to see, because a gentle and humble person will not allow money to influence them. They will still portray, they will still build their reputation, work with integrity. Okay, but a toxic person, money will reveal that toxicity out. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you're right. I think, that's why we are having this topic, because if everyone was supposed to be not toxic and very responsible, then there's no need for this discussion. But this discussion is coming up because people cannot control that toxic part of them. A lot of people are now for the money and not for the love. And why? I think you're kind of throwing more light to what I'm trying to say, because when you love for the right reasons, then you know how to manage love and money. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. When you love for the right reasons, then you know how to manage both of them. But when you go in because of money, once this money is not there, you become toxic. And then if you go in because this money is there, okay, I'm kind of pretending I'm in this relationship with someone, and I'm pretending to be, I'm pretending to be the best girl so far. I'm pretending to be the best for the potential wife, because there's cash and it's flowing. I'm getting in front of the car, I'm sitting, I'm getting some AC, I greet people, I wave as I pass. And then I get into this marriage, for example, and then this money gets out of the window. And that's when my mother-in-law now knows who the real Emma was, you know. My mother-in-law starts seeing my real color, you know. I start insulting her son and things like that. So I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
Well,
you did.
Denzel, let me. Sorry, Emanuela, for catching you, but I would like to direct this to Denzel because professionally, he's a relationship counselor. So, and most of the times, I've seen like on especially on Delhi's Matchup platform, I've seen where young girls come up with complaints, like they're explaining, like they find themselves in a toxic relationship, and at one point, after giving series of complaints, maybe they have been battered, maybe they experience some domestic violence or disrespectful attitude and things. And then it's like all the explanation is like she wants to leave this relationship. And then at the end of it, she says, but I still love this guy because he takes care of everything. He takes care of all my, he does everything for me. He does. Now, to me, Denzel, I see it like we can use money as a factor in binding a toxic relationship together, no matter what happens. That's what I think. But I have to table that to you, as you are much more experienced and in this relationship issue. So I think you can give me the best response to that. Can we use money as a binding factor? Because we see people complaining about the relationship, but then they can't leave because the guy, he pays my rent, he gives me allowance, he does this and that, he does this. So is money a primordial factor in every relationship?
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, thank you very much, Bison, for that question. I think it's a very pertinent one. And this is what I have to say. I will never overlook the importance of money or what money is all about. It's a very important commodity in our world of today, and we all know the significance of it. We all know what money can do and what kind of joy or happiness that money can bring to you, or the things that the happiness that you can derive when you use money in the proper way. Before I even go a little bit deeper, I tell people this all the time, that happiness is something that comes from within you, but I strongly believe that when you have money and you use that money correctly, it can somehow bring you to some kind of happiness. Let's say I'm walking down the street and I came across a beggar, and this person is really hungry. I move probably 5 Swiss francs or €5, and I give to this beggar. And the beggar, like I stopped around for a while. I saw the beggar running into a shop, buys food for themselves. You understand? The fact that I can stand in that position and provide €5 or $5 to this beggar, it gives me that feeling of fulfillment that I can provide for somebody. And I am happy that I can do that. Now, go back to your question. I believe most of these women that they talked about how this man has provide for them, paid school fees, house rent, care for them and all that. And despite the toxicity or how abusive these men turn into, these women still finds a way to stay in this toxic relationship, despite the fact that these men are abusive to them. That shows you how important or how strong money is into the relationship. But now the individual who is going through this torture has no better understanding about love, has no better understanding about themselves. The view, the perspective that they have about themselves is toxic. I saw a brother there, there was a comment, and I'm glad the comment came, then disappeared, then you ask this question. They are kind of like interrelated. A brother asks, what is love? I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw the comment there. I think it came from, I think a brother or a sister. I saw that the last name was B, something like that. So I took note of that because of the last name. So it said, what is love? And Love has been one of the most difficult words to define. That's been one of the most difficult for like the 4 letters. It's so difficult for people to define because love means different things to so many people. Love is still like a kind of a strong likeness. This is like a dictionary and a definition, a strong likeness, a strong affection. But now when we talk, when we come back now into the dynamics of relationship, I always refer to the love of God, the kind of love we get from our Creator. I'm sorry for those who are not Christians, but I just have to say it because I am a Christian. There is no better background that I can bring. I can explain this to. Even if I use Jesus or my Bible to talk to some of my clients, because that is the best place I can draw my examples and all that. So now let's think about the love from God. The love from God has no pain. It is genuine. It is selfless. God will go 1,000 miles for you to be happy. So if you are in a relationship with someone who makes you cry, you grieve all the time, you wet your pillow all the time, how is that love? That is a question. How is that love? So do you know what love is all about? And again, it comes sometimes these things comes from where people are coming from. You might be coming from a home where your dad was very toxic, abusive to your mom. Your dad has passed down an information, or let me say a wrong information of what love is all about. Because you didn't see your mom care for you. You didn't see your dad rather care for your mom. So you were misguided when it comes to love. So you took a wrong information about love. So some of these women, because their mom, their sister, their auntie, or their caretaker was being beaten and still provided food for, they go with this thing like that is what relationships are all about. But it's like there are very peaceful relationships out there. So people should not be misguided. Money is powerful, it's strong, you can do a whole lot of stuff, but you don't have to cry to receive money from somebody. Then it's no longer love. So I don't know if that's the perfect, let me say that is the best way I can respond to your question at the moment. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Denzel. Well, back to you, our favorite, Emanuela. That's our ebony queen, you know. Yeah, yeah, still back to you. You know, I'm asking you questions only from your own words. You talked about money can't buy love, and then
Yeah.
I read one comment from. I'm trying to link what you said, and one comment from one of our viewers. That was Mayong Egbe, who says money and love they go hand in hand. In other words, money and love they go hand in gloves. Yeah, but you are saying money can't buy love. Is it like, I think Mayong Egbe, from what she said, she's trying to contradict the Emanuela. What do you think if she says money and love they go hand in hand? Emanuela, I am a guy, I'm seriously in love with you, but I ain't got money. And I come and I approach you. What are you gonna what can you say about that?
Okay,
Is it
yeah.
that because I don't have money, I can express my love, or I'm not qualified enough for you?
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Bison, for that. Before I say that, I just wish to say, guys, please share the video, invite your friends to join us, and please keep pumping us some hearts so that others
Oh
can see
yeah,
us.
pump some hearts.
how
I
much
forgot about that.
Facebook is restricting us. So, Bison, back to your question. Okay, let me start by there is a comment that came from one of our viewers. I think her name is Bridget Asong. I'm just going to gradually link all of this. So Bridget says there is no love without money. Let's stop the pretense, guys. Okay, so darling, I wish to tell you it's not pretense, it's called preference. It's not pretense, you know. So we are not pretending, we are just kind of giving a preference. What's important, what's more important? And now before people start thinking that they could pack their bags when they are jobless to come and ask me my hand in marriage, don't get me wrong, please. No, don't just pack your bags sitting in the village. You don't have any potentials, because we have a lot of men out there. We have a lot of men out there, no potentials, no job, nothing. Yet, because they're going to watch this video, they think tomorrow they'll ask their mothers to go and help them marry their wives. Hell no. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't get into a relationship because you were motivated by money. I didn't say there should be a relationship without money. Oh, no. It cannot work. There's no way this thing can go. Let's try to get this, clearly. If I get into a relationship with a guy because I was motivated by his money, by his material, it's all wrong, because I get to ignore a lot of things about this person. This could be an abusive person whose money is covering up for him. This could be a very unromantic somebody whose money is covering up for him. This could be somebody who is not up to my spiritual level, whose money is covering up for him. And if I get into this relationship because of money, what if along the line I get my own cash? I saw the comments from my sister Constance Angu. She said, that's my other sister actually. So she made a comment. She said, so in the middle of your marriage or your relationship, you the woman, you get your own money and the man becomes useless. That's the point. I got into a relationship as an employment opportunity, and then inside there, maybe I got a job. I'm now earning fine. So what's your importance? You're not important, guy. So I could just you get out. But that's not a point. That shouldn't be what should trigger me into a relationship. I think it should be about the way I feel about you. Can we cope without money? What if this cash that you have today, it's no longer there? And also, there's also something, Bison, you asked something very important. In the beginning, if a guy is coming to me to ask for my hand in marriage and do not have the level of money that I am kind of envisaging, kind of looking at, there's a way of looking at someone's future and not the today. And when you see those kind of guys, you know a potential hardworking guy. You know somebody who is going to make it. You know somebody who is not going to lazy around and say the government is not giving employment, because this person does everything. Even if it means this person starts by selling cold water with ice inside, this person would do it because he wants to make money. So I kind of I watched a video today from Kingsley, I think Kingsley on Kong or something. It's this Nigerian pastor. He said something really important. He said, if a man is going to get married to a woman, he should stop looking at his today. Look at your tomorrow. I can argue about your today, but I cannot argue about your tomorrow. So if you come with potentials, and I see these potentials, I know my tomorrow will be better with this guy. I see it. It shows with the way you interact. Who am I to argue with God and you? But I cannot be arguing because of you today. You get what I'm saying? On the contrary, if you come with this so much money and your arrogance, and I'm judging you according to your today, unfortunately for me, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Before I know it, I might be sleeping with my driver. So
okay, guys, thank you, Emanuela, for that. And for all the single guys watching, just so you know that Emanuela, she's welcoming all hardworking guys. It doesn't matter if you don't have the money now. You can go start selling your cold water and ice. Emanuela is just waiting. Thank you, Emanuela. Yeah. So, and Denzel, okay. You've talked a lot about money. You've talked a lot about love, and now I want to channel this question directly to you. I like you because you don't just say your things in the air. You always put yourself in the picture first for us to get a better understanding. Now, tell us, and and you are qualified for this in all round. You are a relationship counselor. You are married. You've been living in marriage for a couple of years now. So I think so. Tell me, when you go approaching a woman, what do you look? Do you really consider her financial status to be that important to you?
Well, I think that is a very important question. It's quite unfortunate that there's so many men and women that go out there, and when they are about to get into a committed relationship or marriage, they tend to focus or look into the financial part of that woman. It's kind of a balance. I look at, like Emma said, I look at the woman's potentials. She might not have $1 million in the bank, but money to me is character. There is something they said, if you do not have money, let your character be your currency, right? So this is I look at money as character, your integrity, your reputation, the way you carry yourself. You might not have money today, but are there chances that you can have that money tomorrow? And can you build me, or can you support me that we can make that $1 million tomorrow in the future? Can you inspire me that my $1,000 can give birth to $2,000? So when I see a woman with these qualities, with these God-given talents, I know that this woman have money. I was discussing a couple of days ago with one of my brother, and he was like, he's really down financially, he's broke. And these are my exact words that I told him. I told him that you are not broke. You are just experiencing a financial transition. Money will come. This is a transitional period in your life. You will make money. Okay, I am not debunking the fact that you need money as immediate. Okay, that's fine. We all have been there. But when you say you are broke, I see that as you have totally signed yourself out or count yourself out of the game. And that should not be the case. Instead of me saying I am broke, I prefer to say I'm going through some financial transitional period. Things will change tomorrow. We all know how those things work. Today you don't have it, tomorrow you have it. So I look at the woman's potential. What can she influence? What can she bring to the table? It doesn't have to be money, like I said. My sister just said that character be your currency. Exactly. Let your character be your currency. If you do not have physical cash, have character. So when I see a beautiful woman or a lady out there with character, I respect her, I adore her, and I think these are some of the qualities that I saw in my lady. Like, hey, she is a keeper. She is a queen. She's a great keeper. She can keep me. I can go out there, flip a hamburger or pizza in a restaurant, then come back home, and she can use €1,000, do something that we can become a millionaire tomorrow. That doesn't mean that it's a perfect relationship. Understand? But I can understand that this woman has a money mindset. So I look at that aspect because we have to pay bills. I don't want to get involved. They said the person you marry, how did they say it again? The person you marry will determine the kind of a future that you will have. I take those things into consideration. When you are married to a woman who is always on apps or shopping website, and you do not have enough money, it's obvious that you will go broke. And you can see that woman in the first 3, 4, 5 months, depending on you as an individual. You can see that in the first 6 months, the way she lives her life, the kind of places that she wants you people to go and eat, even when there is not much. Can she manage little things? So if she can do that, hey, then she has money. Probably not physical cash, but in a different form. So that's my reply to that.
Okay. So actually, you consider, like from what you said, you consider money in making your approach, but it's not the main the main
It's not.
aspect.
It doesn't have to be. It's not a physical thing that I look. I look at them.
Okay.
I see money as character. I see money as intelligence. I see money as skill. I see money as different things, not the liquid cash.
Was Denzel
Yeah,
supposed to be looking at
exactly.
money, Bisom?
Sorry.
Are you a gigolo, Denzel? Were you supposed to be looking at money? What's Bisom? I mean, what's Bisom asking you and you're even answering?
We are in listen to me, Emanuela. We are in a society, especially Denzel, we are in a society where they talk now about the 50-50 thing, and guys,
Oh my
especially if someone like Denzel, they want they don't just want a woman in a relationship. They want a partner that will work hand in hand. So someone made that statement here. So if you want to work hand in hand with someone, it means you're expecting this person to put something on the table, while you're also putting something on the table.
Yes,
You know,
now that you said about that 50-50 thing,
it's not about.
I posted
Yeah.
something today, Bisom. Sorry to cut you. I posted something today that it's obvious that now so many women are talking about go make your own money, go and work your own money. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's have this discussion. As a woman, what kind of significant bills do you want to pay when you get into marriage or a committed relationship? And
Can
I saw some beautiful comments. I saw some horrible comments, but I welcome all of them. But I think these are the kind of conversation that people should be having out of the box of marriage. You're talking about money. Good. What kind of significant bills you as a woman you want to pay? Because do not tell me that your hair, your makeup is a significant bill to that relationship. It's not a significant bill. I want you to look glamour. I want you to look shining. Okay? But do not say that is a significant bill that you like. Do not say what you will be taking care of is your hair. There are significant bills. When we talk about significant bills, we're talking about things like accommodation, health bills, children's school fees. We're talking about saving for the future. We're talking about so many different things. I mean, things that are really significant. So, but what percentage of these would you be contributing? You know, I feel like, honestly, Emma and Bisom, I feel like we live in a modern time, and I am a modern man, but I still try to pick some few things that our grandparents did. Few things from yeah, sure.
Emma, I see you're boiling a lot on this, and you have lots and lots to say about this. Please.
Yes, I mean, you know, I was really afraid that Denzel is going to say something that will blow off this camera. But Denzel, you know, Denzel, thank you. You know, at least you landed well, because I didn't get where you were going to. You get what I'm saying? See, you see this 50-50 thing. I will remain an old school in that aspect. Marriage is not 50-50. A relationship is not 50-50. We have to copy that. Let's stop this thing. What 50-50 are we talking about? Denzel, you're talking about this post you saw yesterday. Let me say something. Bisom, sorry. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if you're the one who made this post or whatever, but I made a post yesterday. I also made a post yesterday. And this is what I said. See, trouble, now when you get misunderstanding with man picking, he sees all your thing, handbag, shoe, your eyelashes, where you put them, your makeup kit, your everything. Like he sees everything, your phone. I've witnessed that a lot. I had a friend, right? Each time she has a misunderstanding with a boyfriend, in those days where phone not before come on, boyfriend go buy your phone, will be looking like, okay. But now when misunderstanding, they in number they pass again because boyfriend don't see that phone. Now, this is what I'm driving to. Women should stop this attitude of not trying to have something of their own because they are waiting to get into a relationship where they can be fully kept. Have something. That is the meaning of have something for yourself. I should be able to boast about my eyelashes.
Yes,
I
of
don't want
course.
to have a misunderstanding tomorrow. And I'm afraid that people will not see me with eyelashes again or with this wig I'm putting on because the guy is going to seize this thing. We have a lot of guys with that kind of temperament. They would take all of those things. Now,
Yeah.
let's take this into a relationship. I am not saying I'm going to be 50-50 in my relationship. There's no just way. You are the man. You will stay the man for the rest of your life. I will
Yeah.
stay the woman. It's not 50-50, seriously. I'm
So Emma,
sticking.
what if in the relationship you are making more money than the man?
I think we had this discussion sometime like 2 weeks ago. It came up, right? Okay, if in a relationship, if in a relationship you're making more money, especially in the beginning, husband, start seeing how you're going to make more because honestly, you should be the one to that when this time I'll get maternity leave, more money go do her. Where's more money go do?
But I thought when you guys
come
come together, you come together as one.
Yeah.
Isn't that the case?
A relationship is not 50-50. A man was punished. God be punished man now we work. You will toil and toil and toil before you make money. Now, why that way God punish man we work? God punish woman now we relationship. Before you give birth to a child, you will suffer. Please let me concentrate on my relationship. When you see women dying behind marriage like that and relationships, I kind of understand them. That was their punishment. God be punish them. Me then begin to dive about relationship. You men, you were asked to work. That is your duty. In the beginning, before I don't just have to understand if money no day. But
have you guys accepted to die behind relationship? Have you guys accepted to die behind relationship? Have you guys accepted to die behind relationship? As you said, that was ordained by God that men were supposed to work and women are supposed to suffer for relationship. Have you guys accepted to suffer for relationship? Because women nowadays, you don't even suffer for relationship.
Is it about acceptance? What are you talking about? The woman, the way that they trash them for relationship, that they deny the talk how my situation is better. The woman, the way they go through domestic violence, they still can't say, no, I'm the one who caused him to beat me. What's the meaning of that? I'd even sorry them. The need for, beg forgiveness from God. It's just the thing. I don't get it. But what I'm just trying to say is this. A relationship is really sweet when we can walk hand in hand. Yet we do not bypass our duties. We have these duties. We have them. In as much as I will not expect my husband to be pregnant tomorrow, there are some things I will be able to support where I can because a woman is a supporter. A woman is meant to support the husband. And I know I have to do that if I can do it. There's this moment when my husband cannot do it. And I have to reach out. But if it has to be 50-50, let's say, you want pay bill, say, bring your own 50 and my own distributor for table. You want buy chair for house. There's a couch I saw, the money now 1,000 euro, bring your own 500. You want see fridge. I know of a relationship like that. If there is a spoon in that house, it was 50-50.
That's crazy.
It was actually
honestly, this is what I think about. This is my own view about the 50-50 thing. Emma Bisong and fellow viewers. Firstly, I think there is nothing like 50-50.
Yeah.
And secondly, I also think that God has blessed us immensely and differently too. Okay. Now, this is the way I love my relationship. I'm speaking from a personal perspective, personal stand. This is the way I love my relationship. I think, okay, I have to say this. My lady is making almost 3 times what I am making. I mean, almost 3 times of what I am making. Okay, now, let's now break the table with understanding. Let's say when I'm working 50%, okay, I'm working 50%, and my wife is working 100%. As of now, I am not working 100%, probably because I just came into Europe and my lady was probably born here, or she has moved here 15 or 20 years ago. She studied here. She has a good job, but love has brought us together. Now I'm working 50%, my wife is working 100%. This is the way I see the 50-50 thing. I come home, by 12, I've closed work, which is 50, and you start from 8 to 12, right? By 12 or by 1:30 or 1 o'clock, I'm home. Let me assist my wife, probably by cooking
Okay.
or taking the stuffs out from the dishwasher or from the laundry machine, or put the stuffs there and take them out. I do the cooking. So when my lady is coming back from work at 5 or 6 o'clock, because she's doing 100%, dinner is already served, right? So she will come home now. She doesn't need to go to the kitchen. I've covered that part. This is what I see as teamwork. And until couples start to live as teammates, there will always be a fight. 6 o'clock, she's back. We eat dinner. Probably, let me say that's Friday, for example, right? I cook dinner. We eat. In the evening, we surely go watch Netflix or whatsoever. Then it's time for bedtime. We go to bed. The next day, it's Saturday. She is free. She's not working on Saturday. I am not working on Saturday either. So, okay, now she was like, okay, my man cooked last night. Can I cook this day? Okay, let me even forget about the part of cooking. Let me go to the side of bills.
Yeah.
Because I'm working 50%. She's working 100%. I think it's a place for her to say, hey, my husband cooked a couple of times because he is doing just a 50% job. We have, let me say we have 5,000 euro bill to pay for a month. Okay. And for that month, I make 2,500. My wife makes 5,000. It's obvious that when we say we should pay 50-50, I will give in my own 2,500. Why she will give in 2,500 and still left with 2,500. So I have covered her behind a little bit of housework without disrespecting her, and she is accepting my offer of cooking without downgrading my personality as the man. So when it's time to pay that bills, I expect her to take that like as a right, as a privilege, as a blessing that God has given her that opportunity to cover up. Maybe like she will say, okay, I will pay 3,500. Can you pay 1,500? When I put the 1,500 plus 3,500 is 5,000. Then we move forward. I do not feel left out. That is the way I see in my own perspective. And while I am doing this, I am also in search of a job. Because no matter how we talk, it feels good. It feels good. The first thing is money gives you power. And I think that power needs to be, a man is supposed to have that power because you are the head.
Thank you, Denzel.
But do not limit that power just on money. But it feels good that as a man, you should take care of certain things. But it's beautiful that my lady can support me in certain area, because at that moment, the truth is, at that moment, I cannot take care of that bills.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Yeah,
but I can cover up with cooking. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And you made this statement that it just reminds me of something. And I would just like to add more light to what you have been trying to say. You talked about money. Money gives you power. That's very, very true. But I want our viewers to understand, when the power, money gives you power. Power to do what? I want to make notice of this, that people should understand that the power that money gives you is power. As a man, money gives you power. Power to lead, not power to control.
Yeah.
Because
to lead now.
Yes, because the power is power to lead, not power to control. But because in most cases where there is a disagreement between couples because one is richer or one is financially viable than the other, especially when the woman is the one with the financial upper hand, you know, we men, we have this tendency that the woman, the power that money has given to her, because once a woman has money, she has power. Not actually a woman, we humans, once you have money, you have power. But now, in the case of a woman, we men, we have this tendency of seeing it as this power that the woman has is the power to control.
Yeah.
Anyway, because we still have these women out there that once they are making more money than the man, they don't even get to terms with the man when it comes to decision making in the house. You are couples, whatever decision you're making,
Yes.
you come together, you talk about it.
This
But you see a
is what I
woman,
think, right?
you see, let me just land, please. You see
Yeah.
a woman, when she's making more money, she decides what schools the kids will go to. She decides where and what kind of apartment the family will live in. She decides what kind of car. And if you dare to ask, like, why? So I don't have an opinion. The question will kind of say, "Now you DP." So
Really?
you see, this is not power to lead. This is power to control, and that's where money is highly criticized in every relationship.
Mm.
So Denzel, I give you the floor to round up.
Yes, what I was trying to add to that is I kind of feel like, especially in our African relationship, or let me say our Cameroonians relationship, men and women, because I've not dated a Nigerian before, and I've never been married to a Nigerian before. I think
Probably you will.
let me speak from.
When again now? For which part of the world again now? Where are you from?
Let me speak. Don't mind him; he's a crazy guy. Let me speak from our own community, right? I feel like the fact that we do not have a deeper understanding of what marriage or relationship is all about. That is where all these problems are coming from. Very often, and again, people do not come to the table and pour out what is inside. They do not have that effective communication with their spouse.
Mm.
And added to that again, our mentality, we talk too much to our best friend, to our neighbors, to our sisters. Don't be surprised. A woman might be doing all these things willingly, and the day she stops or start to disrespect that man, it like she's doing that because she probably must have spoken to one of her best friends, and that person has poisoned her heart. But if we understand the boundaries of relationship, like this is me and my spouse, this is me and my partner, and whatever concerns our relationship, it should stay. As I leave my roof or our home, my problems should stay in the house.
Mm.
Some of these things, people will not even know them out there. But don't be surprised. I think I saw something. I don't know if it's you, Bison, who posted it, or maybe one guy. He said, if a man is taking care of all the bills, people will never know about it. But if the woman is doing it, almost everyone in the neighborhood will know about it.
Because it's not a norm. I mean, it's not a norm. So
it's
because it's not normal, it's not normal for the
Yeah.
woman to pay the bills.
They say, I also saw something like that, Denzel. They say,
I cannot get married to feminine gigolo,
No, but that has nothing to do with the gigolo. That has nothing to do with the gigolo.
It's a gigolo.
How is it a gigolo?
Emanuela, situations in life, situations or crisis in life, when they attack you, they don't care if you're a man or you're a woman. It just happens.
That's something different. That's something different, and that's why I'm like, it's not the norm. See, what I'm seeing is like you guys you're in a world where you're working, and you have no idea. We have a lot of lazy men out there. A lot of them who are really doing nothing.
Of course,
I mean, you have a lot of men out there who are doing literally nothing, yet they are getting married, and even some of them are planning to be polygamists of about 5 wives, at least 5 wives. Yet they are not doing anything, and their women are taking full responsibility. If you are a man who doesn't have a job, you're getting married, you don't even your face doesn't look like you're planning to ever have a job, you're planning to be a permanent gigolo.
Well, I
That's not
think if you do
clear
not have
enough.
a job, you do not even need to be in a marriage. And I always tell my sisters this one: if he
I
doesn't
mean, but
have
we
a
have a
job,
lot of people out there. We have
if
a
he
lot of
doesn't
them
have
out
a
there.
job, if he doesn't have a job, don't date him. If he doesn't have an apartment, don't date
Yeah.
him. There are more important things that he should be doing, which is searching for a job. Why are you dating him? He doesn't have a job. If he got you pregnant, how are you going to take care of that? It sounds bizarre, but these are the realities. He doesn't have a job, which is a priority to him. So you are not even their priority. He should go like, first thing first, go and get a job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
these are the
Denzel,
things that when you
It's
tell
it,
people, yes,
Emanuela talked about when I mentioned about, like she said, it's not a norm, because it's
yes,
not a norm for a woman to like taking care of the bees or things like that. Okay,
to
if we
show
have
that
to go
to do
to show
everything.
that, if we have to go by this issue of norms, someone once told me that if every relationship should rely on what is seen or known as a norm in in the society they are living in, that relationship will always have problems.
yeah,
For example,
Yeah.
I will connect it with what Denzel is saying now, that if a guy doesn't have a job, he shouldn't be dating. Now, we know guys who they don't have a job.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. Some of them, it's not their fault. They have searched and searched and searched. It's not just their call at that time. God has better plans for them. Okay, they take upon themselves. Emanuela, please stop laughing.
Wait,
You are
Bishop, let
not
me just
God.
laugh. Let me laugh
You are
in
not
peace,
God.
honestly.
Just listen. Okay. Yeah. They take upon themselves. They say, since my woman is working, my wife is the one working. Automatically, when it comes to our domestic life, I should be the wife. He cleans the
wow,
house. He cooks. He takes care of the kids, like taking the kids to school, bring them back
yeah,
home. He does the laundry, works with the kids' assignments, and all that. And the woman works and go. At that point, why will a woman use her money instead of leading the family or assisting the family? Instead, she's using it in controlling the family. Hey guys, before I forget, please share until it gets to the smallest gigolo in Genic Egypt. Everyone it should get. Okay,
To your
so
enemies.
share until it gets to your enemies. So you see, he takes his time in doing everything, all the domestic chores, that it's a norm that these things are being done by women. So should we
yeah,
men, those of us who don't have jobs, but we have decided to cover up, to back up our wives with the domestic chores, in cleaning the house, doing the
yes,
laundry, cooking, going
Bishop,
to the market? Because if we have
can
to
I
look at
talk?
it by the norm, then it means we will not do it. We will claim big boys. We will claim big
Bishop,
boys.
can I talk?
I be man for, yeah. So
Can
I'm
I talk?
asking you,
Can I can I talk? You know why I'm
yeah,
laughing?
no.
See, Mune mix the thing. Mune mix the thing. Don't get out there trying to be a permanent gigolo in the name of situations you're not in control of situations. Let's take this thing according to our locations. If you and I are in the village, and I am the one who successfully even has a small provision store, you don't have anything. Husband, let me see how you want to work. If it's not working right, borrow farm for some my backside, for some my land.
yeah,
Work am. Let me see you working. Now, if we are in the city, you see some of these guys who hawk. It's because they've refused to stay and wait on a job coming from somewhere in the name of situation.
yeah,
One is not God. Which one is not God? Go hawk, carry up your head, even if granite sell am uncle, and not say you the say. My point is, I want to see you try to be a man. Stop trying to be this permanent gigolo in the name of you're going to cover up for me, washing clothes, changing the child's diaper, cooking for me. I don't even like him. What is that even? It's not even romantic. How can you be the one to be cleaning the house all the time? Get out there, do something.
Were you
Sell
not the
phone
one
them, even if na
uploading?
Chinese phone them. If me
Were
and
you
you
not
then
the one uploading Denzel for cooking? few
and
minutes ago.
No, I'm coming to something. Now, this is it. I am the one aiming better, right? And you're my husband. Do you know what I prefer?
Janet.
Do you know what I prefer? Instead of you sitting in the house and planning to be a gigolo for the next generation, your grandchildren will meet you as a gigolo, I'll prefer to support you for you to have a business out there as a husband and let me see you do something. See, this way you talk say your day has you the cook. I come back every day, you sleep for chair, you tell me you don't cook. Tomorrow you don't dry clean. Tomorrow picking on shit, now you don't go change up. I know day for that thing.
Of course, if he wasn't there to do all that, you need to employ a maid. So he's saving you some money.
No, go out there, go and work, more employ the maid.
Our Janet says, if I don't get today, I will get them tomorrow. Song for she goes, if I don't get today, I go get them tomorrow. No, listen. It's they say in a relationship it's all about. All right, guys, please share. And we have a picture on our screen which it says a man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes, or wash his clothes.
This particular picture now, so the one you bring me under stress.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. A man is not supposed to cook, wash dishes, or wash his clothes if he got a woman.
A woman.
What about that? Tell the auntie say, me live that slavery mentality quietly. So as you then also when you cook, you wash your clothes, and just because you're married, you will not do it again. The people should stop mixing up the things now.
Emma, I think this is
Emma. Where do you stand?
Bison.
Where do you stand? A man should wash.
No, Bison. To see, now I thought, hey, let's stop mixing up these things. When we say some things, let's stop getting to extremes about all of this. You get what I'm saying? Because
guys, please share. Pump hearts.
You look at this card that this lady is holding. It's a lot of message. If message means say no. If not the woman they work, you don't get work. You be permanent gigolo, right? No wash your clothes. No do anything. It's very okay. Maybe for Muslims, maybe it's okay because if we start on religion, but this is not what I'm saying. I am not saying that because you're a husband, you shouldn't do those things at the time. I enjoy when you support me in the kitchen once in a while. We are cooking. I can even enjoy when I'm back and you've cooked. I didn't say that I won't like that. The permanent job as my husband. Now you the cook. Forget that thing. You know the goal. It doesn't work for me. But I mean, that relationship don't turn upside down. Now it's that. Like me, I'm almost the man of the house. It doesn't work. I don't like it personally. So to me, that's what I'm just like. Let's not mix those things and get into extremes. When one of the for example, you ask me so, should I tell you where I stand?
Okay.
I stand for the fact that men should go and work.
Bison, this is what I think. Okay. Even before I give my view on that picture that was just posted a couple of seconds ago, I think I saw a few comments. I think people are getting my points wrongly, and I just said, okay, let me try to fasten that up. I saw a few comments talking about because I mentioned that if a man does not have a job, he should not date. And like I said, these are the things that people do people misinterpret them. As a man, what is your number one priority? Why did God created you and put you in this place in the first place? Is to provide and protect. So if you cannot do those things, if you cannot provide, even for yourself, for your girlfriend, why are you dating? It sounds harsh, but we just have to do, sometimes we have to swallow the bitter pills. I hate sugarcoating. You were created to protect and provide. And even though, like, just as Emma is trying to explain, she's not saying that you need to go become a banker overnight. Go and dig some holes of yam. I'll tell you guys a very short, I'll make the story really short. I think when I was in Lower Seed, I had a friend of mine who lives now in the Asian continent. I don't want, like, he's my closest friend back home as we were growing up. And in Lower Seed, we were already doing crazy things, dating and all that. And I had this lady that I was seeing back then in Lower Seed. She was coming to visit me, and behind, like, there was an empty plot behind my friend's house. So the lady who owned that empty plot gave me a contract. I made about 12,000 to dig 120 holes of yam from that piece of land. I was doing the job, and this lady was coming to visit me. Since my closest friend Bisong, it was behind their house, so he was sitting on the veranda while I was doing the job. And when this lady was, no, not you, big man. So when this lady was coming to visit me, she came behind the house, saw me digging the yam. My friend saw the lady. My friend ran and came to me like, hey, V is coming, V is coming. And I was like, what should I do when V is coming? Should I stop digging the holes of yam because V is coming? And let me tell you exactly what really happened. V came, she stopped there for about 15 minutes. She left. She came back with 1 kumba bread, 1 ngongong of sardine, then with Coca-Cola or pamplemousse like that. Bisong, that my friend, now if I drink that pamplemousse. Now if I try half of that bread before me.
Yeah.
So the point is, just go out, do something. We are not saying you should go get a white collar job immediately. No, those things have time, and you have to work for those things. But at that moment, what can you do so your woman will see that no, my mind is not just flipping channels. Instead of you flipping channels in the living room, go and flip blocks.
Thank you.
Instead of you flipping from African Magic to Netflix, go and flip blocks. Get your hand out of the sofa. That is why I said, if he hasn't got a job yet, let him go and look for a job.
Emanuela is there saying, I'm telling you.
No, people have bills to pay.
You cannot be watching football all the days of your life and you want to tell me the name of the situation has led you like that, man. Cannot go.
Yeah, we are facing a crisis.
Hey, darling.
Hello, honey.
I brought you this.
You got me a new blender.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the more money I've been receiving through Moneyfix.
How come?
I receive more money through Moneyfix because they have the best exchange rates as compared to the last senders I was receiving.
Meaning you've been saving more?
Oh, yes. Use Moneyfix to receive more for less from abroad with their best exchange rates and save more. Always find the best rates to Cameroon with Moneyfix. Receive more money through Moneyfix today. Moneyfix, fast, easy, and cheap money transfer service to Cameroon.
Oh, okay, guys. Welcome back. Yeah, today we are talking on love and money on relationship hot topics. And we've listened to brilliant points from Denzel and B. Emanuela. And we just had this short break and we have to continue now. So I will start with you, Emanuela. You've mentioned lots and lots of issues here about love and money and many other things. And this reminds me, I think last week on our show, we thought we had this issue about this, I think was one of our viewers who brought this up, like the issue of joint accounts. Is it advisable for us to do it, or shouldn't we do it? Or if we are advised to do it, how are we supposed to do it so to avoid problems in a relationship? So maybe do you have anything to say about that?
Okay, yeah, talking about joint account, personally, I won't even start by advising couples to go in for joint accounts, as in the only account you guys own is a joint account. I don't personally promote that. If you want to have something, you could have an account, maybe in your child's name, or maybe just something that you all agree on how much who is putting where on your account. I just don't like this issue of I want to take in €1. I have to come and tell you, sweetheart, I need €1 to buy bread. I see this thing I want to buy. I cannot freely do things because I need to give you an account of everything I use. You need to give me an account of everything. You have an emergency to maybe send something to your mother, and you need to start taking permission before you get money because of this joint account stuff. It's just a bit tricky. And then, there are unforeseen circumstances sometimes. And with this joint accounts thing, somebody might become reckless in terms of using money. So I just feel like if we really want to work as a couple, yet kind of independent financially somehow, we can still agree on we have this account and this is what we put inside for these reasons. And when we want to do something like joint, we can get it here. When we have independent things that we can do, we can now get into our personal account. That really doesn't mean that we cannot have financial discussions. We can always see we have this kind of discussion like, this is what we want to do together. Will you be able to meet up? I think this also goes to me like even joint property. Personally, I looking at things and looking at the Africa we are coming from, I don't like joint property. I'm not in for joint property. I saw somebody was talking about Delhi was life, and somebody was talking about com tradition. My com brothers and sisters, I'm sorry I have to say this, Ansa Kitu, sorry, babe, community, babe. These are some of the reasons why people will not get married in your village. This thing that when your husband will die, his property is going to go to his sister's children. So imagine me having a joint property with my husband and putting my odd. And then tomorrow I'm seeing my sister-in-law's son sitting on it and telling me, madam, it's like you have to leave from my house because this is now my house. When we look at our tradition, there are some things that, African tradition shouldn't even go with some things. Joint property should not even be part of options when it comes to African tradition. Let's even take it to the court. Because apart from this com tradition, we have a lot of villages that once the man dies, unfortunately, men are dying first in most situations. When they die, no, this song, nobody say it only happen plenty time. And even if it's the reverse, the man will not suffer as much as the woman will suffer. When the man dies, it becomes an issue. Even when it was the woman's personal things, sometimes we have heard stories of women who left almost naked, yet their husbands left them enough that could take care of them. We have seen these situations. So I just feel like even you as a man, you know it, you know the family you come from. Even if you don't know, sometimes now why you don't die where your sister they show that true color. After you don't die, your mommy decide talk away now, picking me the work, all that thing. Even if you be being a gigolo, even if you want to marry, you know, we get anything.
You like that word, gigolo.
Yeah, no, that's
yes,
gigolo.
She likes the word.
That gigolo overfind me today. So even if you are a gigolo, your mother will be claiming, and I'm a picky money where you can't chop them. Before you know it, your children that you've been suffering, you've been struggling to see that they have the best. They are taken out of the schools you put them. Your wife is being sent out of the house you left. So if you know those things, you know the culture we come from, you know our traditional backgrounds, you know those things, you know what like this joint property with your woman. You prefer say, no, it's okay. Have it in your name. Now me and you, we know these things. Yeah, we can agree on those things. So I really don't stand for joint property. I don't really support it that much.
Denzel, what about you?
I think that is a very important question. As an African and a man who's been married in the Western world, and the kind of things that we encounter on daily basis, stories that are coming from different part of the world, the different perspective of people, we hear those things. Some of them we have experienced them, and we are trying now to, from our experience, try to educate the world and our platform, the people that are following and viewing us, like what can you do and what are your perspectives in these domains of life? This is what I think. I think every spouse should have their own individual account, but still, I feel like the urge of saying that they should also have a joint account. You know, I see this as when they say the two shall become one, we should have something that binds us together. Okay, Emma talked about spending lavishly. I think couples who are I always like to talk about healthy relationship. It's one of the things that I preach and I talk a lot about it because I'm trying to like have a community of healthy couples, healthy relationship atmosphere. Why would you be in a relationship and you are spending lavishly that is affecting your wife, your husband, or that relationship? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, we cannot just overlook the whole board or make these rules and say that everybody should apply them. Okay, there are people who spends like that. Now this calls for separate accounts. But now, if I'm having my own account, you're having your own account, is it okay for us to have a joint account? I think it's necessary. Let's say we have an account of putting maybe 500 euro or 200 euro every month. Let's put it there. But still, let's have a separate account. Okay, this is my I'll speak on it now because something that I'm doing it is my own in my relationship, in my marriage. I sign a prenum. Prenum is, I'm sure you all know about it, but for our viewers who do not have an idea what that is, it's a situation, it's a relationship where you are married or you are in relationship with someone. The things that you bought on your name, they are your property. The ones that your lady bought on her name, they are her property. The ones that you joined belongs to the both of you. If I become a millionaire tomorrow and I buy a house or a very expensive Jeep that I love, with the documents is documented on me, that is my property. If I am separating tomorrow with my queen, those property belongs to me. And if my queen is leaving me tomorrow, whatever she bought on her name, those things belong to her. I have no audacity to think that because she was with me, I should steal from where I did not sow. I don't believe in that. So people should have a joint account and a separate account. You can have just have a joint account and a separate account, but learn to manage your income. It should not be something that your wife has to complain or your husband has to complain that why are you spending so lavishly? You know, it has to be some kind of unity, and that is what marriage, relationship is all about. This thing needs to be there. And if you understand that union, it's a healthy thing between you and someone, and you need to pour in that connectivity, that emotion, whatever it is, let it be healthy. Let it be healthy. I believe like we should have a joint account. We should also have a separate account because people change a lot.
Yeah.
The involvement, people like things not just evolve, people also evolve. People change. And if you have gotten to that position where you change to a savage, to a psychopath that I cannot accommodate, I'm packing my stuffs and I'm leaving you. And I cannot leave you if I do not have my own stuff. So I need to have my own stuff. I'm not buying those stuff that I will have to leave you tomorrow. No. But if you are a bag of shit, I am leaving you. I'm not dying for you. So I believe that people should have a joint and a separate account. I can have an account that my lady have an access to, not to withdraw money, but to know to have a deed like she could be a next of kin. But it is on my name. That shows how I care, I value you, I trust you, because marriage is all about trust and all those kind of things. So, but there has to be those things in place. So that's just my take on that.
Okay, that was a nice one, Denzel. Yeah.
Before, I think we would like to know what you think about joint accounts. But before that,
that's great. That's beautiful.
Daly was asking that the picture behind you, was that intentional? So when you answered, could you tell us what you think about joint accounts after answering this question?
Yes, actually, the picture was intentional, and then I came later and I mentioned your name after you were picking on me the whole day. I said, if you choose money over love, you always be poor. To me, I'm just trying to say in a relationship, love has an upper hand over money.
Yeah.
But anyway, my own take on joint account, I am partially on it and kind of tie with what Denzel says. I like, I have my own account, my spouse, she has hers, but we should still have an account together. This account together is what defines our marriage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Two become one, right?
Mm.
This is the account that defines our marriage, and money in this account is what is used in solving issues that most, like what we, if we have to talk about the 50-50 thing, like if maybe this is where money for our rent is kept, for our feeding, that's why, things that money that could be used in executing
The project.
projects that my spouse can do in my absence. You understand what I
Yeah.
mean? It means if
Yeah.
I'm away, I'm putting money there. She can get money from there to pay our rents, maybe car loan, or these things. But then
Okay.
I have my own account. In my own account, and she has hers. And in her own account, maybe my spouse prefers that she says, I would like to buy a Gucci bag for $2,000. She gets it
Yes.
from she gets it from her account. She
I'll get
buys that.
I'll get that
That's her business. If I want to impress my spouse, if I want to surprise her with some gift, I'm not
Yeah.
getting money. I'm not getting money from the joint account, because of course she's
Exactly.
gonna know that. Yeah, then I'm getting it from my own account where I'm keeping my money, that I've decided that I'm saving this money because I want to buy a Prada shoe for 3,000 euros. That's where I'm getting the money to buy this
I
shoe,
love that.
and that's where I'm getting money to if I want to surprise my lady with a gift, then that's where I'm getting the money. So in some way I'm in support
Yeah.
in the joint account. But if to say everything I make and everything she makes should be in the same account, no, it's a
I
no for me.
disagree with that too.
Yeah, because to me, the fact that we are married, it's having all our monies in the same account. And my lady, for the respect she gives me as the man, I think I'm kind of like controlling her, or I'm infringing in kind of like she doesn't have that liberty that I want to buy
Mhm.
this for myself. I can get it if I want. So
Mhm.
I prefer leaving her. She should have liberty of her own finances, because
Yeah.
I'm a man. I like liberty of my own finances, so I should give the same thing to the woman as well. Well,
And just to add,
that not
something, Bison, just to add
yeah.
something. Something people keep just looking at the brighter side and talking about joint accounts, especially like people who want to get into a marriage, and those who do not have good jobs, they're like, joint accounts, we must do joint accounts. They forget something. It's not just about the brighter side. You come and
Yeah.
inherit my loans. Do you want to inherit my loans?
Yes.
Yeah, because people do not look at that, Before you
Yeah,
get
we
into
don't
that,
look
you
at
have
that.
your baggages and you're coming with those things. So just let me pay my loans quietly. Let you can also pay your loans quietly. So if we are talking about joint accounts, that means we are going to handle these things together. Are we kind of ready for that too? So I just thought I should put this out there too, so that when we are thinking about it, don't just look at the brighter side about us. It comes with some
Yeah.
baggages. Yeah.
Okay, now we've talked a lot about this money and love, and it's like when we are talking about relationships, we just can't do without these two words: love, money, love, money. Please, let's take them individually. I would like, who am I going to start with? Is it Denzel or Emanuela? Let's start with money. How important? What are the importance of money? Let's try to digest this. Two professionals, and I'm really learning from you guys. I want you guys to digest how
Um,
how important is money in a relationship, And then from there, we're going to move to how love is important. I believe we have enough time for each and every one of you to talk about love and money, how important they are in a relationship.
Yes, yeah, I think I will be very brief, so we should stay in line with our time. I think money is very important when it comes in our relationship, our daily lives, and we all know how congested the world is, the unforeseen circumstances that are happening, our bills, how we have to take care of our health, and all that. How like we also need to spice our love, our relationship. Money makes those things comfortable. It makes those things enjoyable. It makes those things appeasing or pleasing. Without money, there are a bunch of things that people miss out as couples. There are a bunch of things that people miss out from life. Simple, basic things like going for the movies, just a time out for couples. Have a drink with couple, like just a couple, you and your man. Can your man provide you, or like say on your birthday, just a simple gift? On your graduation day, can your man provide you with a gift? On your baptism day, can your man provide you with a gift? And money also gives you security. I think this is very important for people to understand. The joy that couples who have money at home, with the joy that couples do not have money, we cannot even measure that, whether there is love or there is no love. Money gives you that security. And when you are financially secured, it enhances the kind of happiness that you can have. My mentor told me that there are three things that people should really focus on. He talked about health, how you live your life, eat healthy, do all those kind of stuff. He also talked about your relationship, that it makes, if your relationship is good, you are a happy man. Then the third thing he spoke about was on how financial independent are you. You have financial nightmares. You need to be in that place where you do not have so much stress. What am I going to eat tomorrow? How am I going to pay the children's school fees, hospital bills, those things? So I think these are some of the basic things that you need to have money to provide. These are the things that if you have money on your table, at your reach, at your disposal, money can give you comfort. You see couples who are flying to Dubai, to Johannesburg, to Miami, all these beautiful places. You fancy these things. You want to experience these things. And with the reach of money, when you have money, you can do these things. So I think money is very important in a relationship. It's not the most important thing, but it spices it up. It makes you live a comfortable life. So I don't know if I should speak on love as well, but I'll give Emma the chance to talk on money. Then I can later on come back.
Emma can talk on money, and you go back to get back to you on
so
love.
That's my take on the importance of money in a relationship. It spices the whole thing up, and it keeps the relationship alive. There is that aliveness in the relationship when there is money around. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Denzel, for that. And Bisong, I like this question of you telling us how to handle it separately, because I was seeing like people were beginning to misinterpret our points out there, trying to think we are saying love, it's okay, love can go without money. That's not what we were saying. We're just like, which one should be put in place in front, which one should be prioritized, kind of, So talking about money, somebody just made a comment here that I'm going to just use. Money stops nonsense.
Money stops
nonsense. See, that's for real. How do you not want to cope without money? A hungry man is an angry man. A hungry man is an angry man. That goes to a poor man is an angry man.
Of course.
Yes, a poor man is an angry man. Watch the poor people around you. They are so angry. and they're angry with everybody, including the fowls around them. Dogs will not feel free around them.
They're even angry with
They
inanimate
feel
objects.
exactly. They feel so entitled, and they will blame even their forefathers for making them poor. This kind of people, they spend all their lives thinking, grumbling, and it's very difficult to cope with somebody at home who grumbles a lot. So if you have this husband who grumbles all the rest of his life, because unfortunately for him, he is poor, can you imagine, when do you people have time to sound romantic? Una love go being a poor, poverty love, apart from going around and having fun, una love na poor love, because you don't even have the time to talk about romantic things. Each time it only is for house. Deep go driving, we never chop, I beg, we never manage our food. It's always a problem. It's always an issue. And so when this money lack, when there's no money in this relationship, can you imagine? We know what keeps a relationship is good communication, romance. I mean, aside from money, you get good communication, romance, understanding, and trust. But when these things are not there, just because somebody spends half of his time or her time grumbling, when do you have time to build these things? It's an issue. So that being said, it makes now money very important, because when you have this money, you freely solve some of those things. See, rich people, their own marital problem go hardly there around money. Hardly.
Of course,
except that this rich man is married to a woman who is irresponsible, and the way she spends it, like she's not accountable when it comes to her spending. Then you can get this man grumbling and always complaining. Which kind of woman you be when you give an account? But when you are rich, married to a responsible woman who knows what it means to manage money well, a good manager, who not probably not go ever there around money. Never.
Listen, are you hearing that? A good manager.
A good manager, you know, a good manager who not probably not go ever there around money. Because it's easier for you to take it. See, then just look at yourself. Imagine time the way you get money, you do for a high level. When you even move money for your bank account, do you even notice it? You don't even notice. You don't even check your balance, right? Poor man. Money we go keep for NGO, for credit union. As you go move 5,000 for the ikama for your scan calculator. Ikipa. 1,000 for the calculator. Ikipa. They where it made mistake, move one way, not get to move them, or he move that money, you don't give you good accounts. No problem. Quarterly come out.
Yeah.
So it makes money very important. No, I mean, this thing, I don't know how they want to talk the thing, but you see, men, things are the situation and men are supposed to work the money. And also na vex for the matter, but when I feel like report me, I forgot. Me men then go work the money. So there's nothing you can do about it. Just work the money, let it be there. Let's stop grumbling. I don't want me poor love. The listener poor love. Yeah, poor love. They get on way the day.
Manageable love.
Low budget love. That kind of love.
Every day manage. Now which kind of love this?
They manage today on a chop gari and egg.
Gary and the
next one I chop gari and this thing. It's permanent in a gari. The other two on a manage change and whether egg on a pepper soup on a wetty. Tell me how now live fine. Tell me how now even think straight.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Emanuela. Love entails good communication, romance, understanding, and trust. Thank you for that. So Denzel, I'll come back to you. You guys have really talked about how important money is in the relationship. So now, love, which is even the most important commandment that the Almighty God is asking from us, and is the most thing that we humans we seek. How important is it in a relationship? But we have seen cases, don't forget when you talk, know that we have seen cases where relationship people have lived together. I don't know if they lived happily, or not, but they lived together when they didn't love each other. So how important is love in a relationship? Is there something that we can substitute it in a relationship from love? Can love be substituted for something else?
Bison, thank you so much for that question. And as someone who speaks very often about relationship, about love, I would say that love is the ultimate. It's at the apex of everything. It's everyone's desire to be loved, to receive love, to give out love. It's one of the greatest things that we all crave for as human beings. We want to be loved, we want to give our love, and a couple of stuff like that. But when it comes to relationship, I think I would like our audience to understand a couple of things that in a relationship, there are moments that you wake up and you feel out of love for your partner. There are moments that your partner wake up and they will feel out of love. But now, what do you people have in common that binds you together? You people need to have something that is powerful. It could be that love, it could be the bond that you people share, it could be the respect that you have for each other, it could be the God that you people worship. There was a time ago I said something like, how can a man be? I hope I will remember exactly because I don't have anything. I'm not reading. I'm just speaking from my infinite wisdom. Um, how can a man be faithful to a woman physically when he is not spiritually faithful? It's a very difficult thing.
Bison, important question for you.
It's a very difficult
Come again,
thing.
please. Denzel, please come again.
The question is, how can a man be physically faithful when he is not spiritually faithful? You cannot have a man who is physically faithful when he is not spiritually faithful. When I talk about spiritual, that means he has to have something that is bigger than him. It can be God.
Mm-hmm.
It can be people who are who practice Buddhism or Judaism, those kind of things. But he needs to have something that he sees that thing as bigger than him. When I talk, I'm not talking about size. It could be that love that he knows, like, no, I love this person. I love this woman. I cannot hurt her. It could be like respect. It could be anything. But he needs to have something. Most of the books that I've read, or most of the couples that I've come across that speak so well among themselves, like look at these are my best couple in the world, like Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. They have something. Let me say, like respect. You see the way Obama speak when he is in public to the wife. If you are that woman, you feel there's this it's undescribable joy when a man worship you or respect you at that magnitude. You feel different. So back now to what I was discussing. If you are in a relationship and you are being humiliated, there is no love in that relationship. If you are in a relationship, you are being abused, there is no love in that relationship. If you are in a relationship, you are being financially exploited, there is no love in that relationship. If you are a woman, if you are in a relationship and you are not being helped, your partner does not invest in your dreams, in your goals, whatever you're doing, there is no love in that relationship. If you are in a relationship that your partner is belittling you, talk less of you, call you names, yell at you, curse at you, there is no love in that relationship. Love is a beautiful thing. And I will tell you that love has no pain. I will go back and draw a reference from the love of God. It's a beautiful thing. There is no pain in it. You wake up in the morning, you feel some kind of comfort that your God is big and your God loves you. Okay, I'm not trying to say that we men, we are perfectionists. No, we are not. Sometimes we will fall short of the glory. That is why I said some days you will wake up and you will not feel love. But what do you have that is bringing you back to that person, to that relationship? I don't know if you guys are following up. What do you have that is bringing you back to that, to your spouse? It could be that love, that respect, that humility that you both have to one another. So when we talk about love and relationship, I see love as the ultimate. If I love you, I will not hurt you. I'm not just talking about romantic relationship. I'm talking about even platonic relationships. The relationship I have with you, Bison, I cannot steal your money. I cannot be traveling to Africa and you say, "Hey, bro, my mom is in Limbe."
You love me.
So I'm just not saying some more accent.
I know. I cannot be going to Cameroon and you say, "Bro, no.
I beg, no love me, I beg."
You're a crazy guy, stupid guy.
I beg, I beg.
I cannot be going to Cameroon and you say, "Bro, take this 100 euro, give it to my mom." And I go back, instead of giving your mom 65,000, I give your mom 60,000 or 50,000. What is that? What is that really love? So we need to, it's not just about romantic, we need, even with our co-workers, our colleagues, our parents, sisters, siblings, and all that, the kind of love you have in that relationship. How is it? Is it the one of pain? If you are inflicting pain on the person you say you love, you need to question the love you have for those people.
Yeah.
You need to question that. So I kind of feel like love is this thing genuine, it's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's uplifting, it's something that gives you hopes. You feel like you should be in a relationship when you see couples talk about how they love themselves. And love is real. It is not fake. I want our viewers to take this from me. Love is real. It's not fake. I always say there is somebody for everyone.
Okay, thank you, Denzel.
So connect with that person. So that's just what I have to say, my brother.
And Emanuela, just a quick one to you about the importance of love in a relationship.
Okay, so when you talk about a quick one, you want me now to start running a marathon? Because I don't run no marathon.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Talking about love, importance of love in a relationship. There's something common that our mothers do. When you're growing up, they'll start advising you. If you meet any man way, if you're ready, if you don't marry, because in those days, when a part, they will not be the love them. They be just the join we, but will be the discover inside, so they love them. Then, Mamina, in those days, that one in those days, love is very important to me. Why? There's something. In as much as I agree that love is something that grows. In my opinion, love actually grows. Meaning, in the beginning of meeting someone, you might not necessarily have this feeling that you want to call love, but you know that you have an attachment to somebody. It's kind of different. See, personally, if I don't even have this attachment, this kind of emotional attachment, this attachment where you should say, you know, be my brother. The attachment, some kind of separate kind of attachment, even if I don't call it love, something that triggers me, something that triggers me about you. Even for choya money, I don't even chop, I cannot even go. And like, I think we were having this discussion in the backstage when Denzel said, a lunch is a first tick, like it's possible for you to date this person. You remember Denzel?
Yes,
yeah, this is the point I'm also trying to make. That moment when you know that this person is even worth sitting with and having a lunch with, that's the first step for real. If I don't see you in that position to have that first step, it doesn't even go. Then talk less of me getting married to you without any feeling, without any love, in the name of is going to grow, because in the past, our mothers own way, enough you go no. It cannot work. There should be this attachment first. And there are times that you even look at somebody, you feel like you feel something, and you know. There are times that you know that you need to be patient. You need some patience to grow some extra feelings for somebody. There are times that you know as an individual that you need to get at some things about somebody, and then you'll be able to love this person, or you'll be able to have better feelings for this person. You know, sometimes we don't need to be so hard with ourselves. I said these things. When you some kind of thing and then you get for ignorant, you look some kind of thing and then you just say, okay, I can do with this, I can do with this. And then can we now get into the next step of the relationship? I know that if we get into the next step of the relationship, I can grow in loving this person. But not be that situation where, and this is the kind of thing we are even saying that money should not come and cloud. I just say and say some person gets some big jeep. I don't forget about love. I get inside the glass. You get inside, it will not work. That's why we are saying it doesn't work. But when you get in with this love, not the love in its full or it's in its complete sense as such, but at least a level of it, even if it means just 50%, it's better. And it can grow from there. Now, the problem comes in when a lot of us, especially women, we kind of mix up butterflies with love. So now when I sound get them, they no one agree. Say Denzel, they say don't marry. They no one agree them. Comment section. Oh, how many times are we going to say that Denzel is married? Women, you will never hear. You keep cracking on Denzel. Why? Butterfly the mayor had boom, 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 boom. That is not love. We mix up those things.
That's what it looks like.
See, Denzel, by the time when Denzel get into the together, all them will be married Denzel. Before one know, Denzel is a polygamy of about 10 wives. And so that wives, now only people last long. Why am I saying these things? Because women, they use butterfly to rush into relationships. We do these things at times. Now, why the way sometimes then you'll get out of a relationship from somebody, you start looking at ex, you start asking and say, who be saying you? Just because saying that it hides or some thing be happen, sometimes you use some belongs on language. You say, wow, you want to discover you don't already date that person.
But then that's infatuation. That's like infatuation.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the butterflies I'm talking about. And people mix this thing up for love. And you discover by the time you're inside, the time you were supposed to know if you love this person, you start asking yourself, how did we get to this level? You know? But then if you give yourself some time to differentiate between this butterfly and a genuine feeling or emotions for somebody, you will know. There are times that you crush for somebody, and that crush go end all over 2 months, because after that, Natanda, you start notice a big head. Natanda, you start notice the foolish thing the way they talk about. You start talk until you ask yourself, say, how you even start discuss with this person? In a nutshell, I'm just saying that we need to take this time to be able to put these things together before we get into a relationship. Don't let some things cloud yourself. Love is very important. Me man not ever fool you. That's not ever fool you. I cannot cope with anybody in the house. How you go do work? Your husband go out pass. Each time you pass, you look like his size for your food. You look size for your toe. Whether eating a donut toe, you the only thing that only problem for yourself. Yet is your husband. For the rest of your life, you're supposed to get married to somebody you're managing. I be manager for emotions. No, I'm supposed to manage money and material things, not emotions. So,
hey guys, form hats.
It doesn't work that way. So thank you, Bishop. That's my impression about love in the relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if we still have. Yeah,
we still have about 8 more minutes to go. About 8 more minutes.
Yeah, because I have one last important question which I wanted to ask before rounding up.
Okay, let me just add this, because I listened to Emma, the way she spoke, said a lot of beautiful things and pertinent things that I strongly agree with her. But I saw a comment that talks about love, how love is important, but there are other things that are more important also. And I think her name is Jane. I want to say to Jane that I love her comment, and I agree with some few stuff that she said on the comment. And I want our viewers to also take this from me. Love is very important, But that doesn't mean that because you love somebody, it means that person is right for you. There are other things in relationship that really counts, like compatibility.
Okay, comment that.
Compatibility. I have gotten to the age and stage and my consciousness, I've raised my consciousness to understand that I can love every woman that comes my way. I talk about treating, because love is a conscious decision. That is the way I see it. I make a conscious decision to love you, to treat you right. But that does not mean that you are the right person or the right wife for me. Okay. But how do you know that, like Emma was saying, how do you know that somebody could be your perfect match? Now things comes in like that person's temperament or personality, character, how compatible are you to this person? When we talk about compatibility, do you have things in common with this person? Now, let's think about like your life values. I will talk about values. These are things that I bet you we look at them with a blind eye. But these are the things that crumble most relationships. How is this person spending their time? But first, before you identify how does these people spend their time, you have to love you, then know who you are.
Yeah.
You guys know me, I always talk about the back screen. Like, I love to read, I love to go to the gym, I love to eat healthy. These are my values. So if you are, I will use this one to attack my crushes or crushers. How do they call them? I don't know. If you are crushing on me, right, and you do not like to eat healthy, you do not like to read books, you do not like to go to the gym, then you are invested in the wrong place. That is, even if we come together with Nakanda, there are possibilities that we cannot live together.
That no be miss.
I don't know if you understand me. There are possibilities that we cannot live together. No, I'm just being honest. Because
why would not together?
No, knocking Kanda and living for 10 years is a whole another thing. I'm talking about how you can identify. Correct.
They didn't put jealous and crush them.
So that was what I said.
Wow.
This is the compatibility and how it works. This is how it really works. So that was what I said. Let me I know the delay will come back.
There's a come up for this show. You did not know it.
Okay. Actually, we have Del is asking, knock which Kanda there's a which Kanda do you want to knock now? Where this is my brother Palava knocking Kanda. You never tire. Okay, well the thing way anyway, we have barely 4 minutes, 3 minutes to go. I'll just give 1 minute for you guys, 1 minute for Emanuela and 1 minute for Denzel for you to round up about this wonderful topic of today on love and relationship and relationship and hot topics. We'll talk about love and money. So you guys should just round up 1 minute each before we close the show.
Yeah, Emma, you can start.
Okay, so guys, this topic is very important. We might have been making a lot of fun here, but this is just, sometimes we get information through all this comedy and stuff like that, but that doesn't put aside the serious and the message we are trying to pass out there. Be very careful with how you put your priorities out there. When it comes to love and money in particular, because there are other things involved, but love and money, we should really be careful. Do not put the wrong thing ahead of you. Because I still stand for the fact that love can really stand the test of time better than money would do. So we should really try to consider how we go. Women, now let me talk to women. Be careful how you try to put money out there. When I don't hear what Denzel talk about Nakanda, apart from Denzel, there are a lot of men out there with money. They will knock your kanda and go. The fun about it is this: you hide your ID. But the most beautiful thing about hiding your ID is that we are always here to read. You know, we are always available. We can read. But then the negative side about hide your ID is that you'll be the one to hide behind your keyboard, reading some of the insults, reading some of the laughter, reading some of the advice, and your kanda has already been knocked. So you just you should just put your priorities out there. Be careful, women. Be careful. I'm talking about women more because
so the kanda
men
now
make
is
good
in past tense.
Yes, it has already been knocked. Unfortunately,
Okay,
kanda has been
thank
knocked.
you, Emma.
So there's nothing we can do.
So Denzel, 1 minute for you to round up, please.
Yes, for me to use my time really fast, dear viewers, thank you guys for listening to us, and I encourage you all to go and work really hard, go and look for a job, like hustle your money, look for love, invest in yourself. When I talk about investing in love, I mean, look for books, look for relationship coach that they can help you, guide you to navigate you to go to the realm of relationship, how you can identify a partner that you can have a healthy relationship with. Invest in yourself. Self-investment is one of the best investment that I can tell you. And I've done it, and if I can tell you that it's working, go for it. Self-investment is a race. And again, don't be desperate when it comes to love, because the result of desperation is weak emotions. When you get into any relationship that you are desperate because of the fanciful things that you see, the result is that they'll be dragging you from the first floor to the second floor to the third floor. They'll be pushing you down because what took you into that relationship? It's money, it's desperation. That's what I said. The result of desperation is weak emotion. So invest in yourself, work hard, save your own money. So when you are in a toxic relationship, you will not become a leech. You will not become a leech to soak someone when the person is trying to feed from you or to leech from you. You will get out from that toxic relationship. But again, love is real. I believe in love. No matter how fanciful people describe it, love is real. I've experienced it, and I know love is the ultimate, and love is the antidote of hate. So invest in love. It is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Bison. Thank you, guys, and I wish you all the best.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denzel. Thank you, Emanuela. That was so wonderful. And we've coming to the end of this show, so I'm just gonna round up on this topic: love and money. And well, if I say I don't like money, then I'll be the biggest liar on it. Me, there, so I like the things to say. I really, really like money. So yeah, I really people who are close to me, Denzel can tell you, I really, really like money.
Oh, so now your ancestors are close to you. What are the things
I fear that they love we talk. Nowadays when they talk, when if a boy tells you that I love you, say a backside in danger.
Where God.
I don't fear that one. I'll be African man, my brother. I'm not used to a guy telling me that I love you. I love you. When I hear guys say I love you, my heart cuts. Well, yeah. So it's if I say I don't like money, then I'll be the biggest liar. And if I say money isn't important in a relationship, then I'll still be another liar. Money has a great role to play in every relationship. Just with money alone, you can use money to the way you look at the way your partner uses money. You can observe that and determine your partner's character just by the way they use money. That's one important of money. And again, before I forget, money has kept especially ladies, money has kept so many women into toxic relationships. Money has attracted some into toxic relationship, and money has magneted some into toxic. There are some girls that they don't like the relationship in which they find themselves at the moment. Yeah. But the monetary offerings coming from this relationship is making them not to leave. Can we see how important money is in a relationship? So some girls today, they can't leave a relationship because if I leave today, who go pay me my rent? Who go pay my school fees? Who go to give me allowance? But you are forced to stay there. So there is nothing sexier than a lady who stands on her 2 feet. Nothing on earth.
Thank you.
So I urge, especially my African sisters, I urge you all, work animal hustle your own budget, hustle your own, because when you come together in a relationship where both parties have their money, nobody is thinking of any ulterior motives. You need to fear, you need to start thinking, say, maybe he or she is coming into this relationship. When man picking get money, he the one go for some woman, the woman get money. He has no ulterior motives in his mind. He no go ever think say sometimes the girl go criminal because of my budget, because the girl own.
Yes.
She's wearing her bone straight human hair, 6 yard, or it's her money. You look at, you fear, you package yourself first before you approach it.
Correct.
The guy is packing his Range Rover, the girl is packing her ML. You say pack, you confirm yourself, So that's it. And love too is also very, very important. That one, no future argue with that one, no. But even though money this so get important, love is also very important. It is love is that thing that it drives us in doing so many things, and it gives us hope in our partners. When you have a partner and you see that this partner loves me, it gives you hope that tomorrow, even if you become an unable person, you have someone who is there to look after you. That's one important factor, that the feeling that love gives in us is hope. The hope that we have someone to be there for us when we are not there. So, well, it was a wonderful show. Denzel and Emanuela, I've learned a lot from you guys today. Thank you once more. And I keep praying that next week, our usual moderator, our usual host, Deli Singer, will be here. Mami Diabolo Itrong. I don't turn today. It's Diabolo Itrong. Next week, please come and take your chair. This chair doesn't suit me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hope to see you next week, Friday. Okay.
Same time, same place, same clothes.
Same time, same place, same clothes. All in the same.
The same everything.
Septembre frappe à votre porte et c'est très bientôt le mois des rentrées académiques en Grande-Bretagne. Rien de plus passionnant que d'étudier dans l'une des plus prestigieuses universités au monde en Angleterre. FK Global Educational Ventures vous facilite la tâche et désormais vous offre la possibilité d'aller étudier en Angleterre. FK Global Educational Ventures, c'est un ensemble de conseils pratiques sur le choix de vos filières, la vie en Angleterre, mais surtout la direction à prendre après vos études. Tenez par exemple, pour les étudiants en filière master, sachez-le désormais, vous avez la possibilité d'obtenir 2 ans de visa après vos études afin de permettre votre intégration sociale et surtout de trouver un emploi fiable, convenable à votre diplôme. Mais alors, ce n'est pas tout. Pour les étudiants en cycle STEM, entendu par là, les sciences, les technologies, l'ingénierie et surtout les mathématiques, sachez-le, désormais, il est plus facile pour vous d'obtenir une résidence permanente en Angleterre. Alors, FK Global Educational Ventures, c'est désormais la porte qui vous est offerte pour arriver en Grande-Bretagne, de faire des études meilleures et surtout d'avoir un avenir sûr. Global Educational Venture, c'est un ensemble de conseils pratiques avec des professionnels qui sont là pour vous diriger exactement sur la bonne voie jusqu'à l'obtention de votre visa. Retrouvez-nous dans l'un de nos sites web, retrouvez-nous par notre contact WhatsApp, retrouvez-nous par un contact email que vous regardez au bas de cet écran et je suis sûr que vous aurez une réponse satisfaisante à votre demande. Merci de nous avoir regardés.
Hey, darling.
Hello, honey.
I brought you this.
You got me a new blender.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the more money I've been receiving through Moneyfex.
How come?
I receive more money through Moneyfex because they have the best exchange rates. as compared to the last sentence I was receiving.
Meaning you've been saving more?
Oh yes. Use Moneyfex to receive more for less from abroad with their best exchange rates and save more. Always find the best rates to Cameroon with Moneyfex. Receive more money through Moneyfex today. Moneyfex, fast, easy and cheap money transfer service to Cameroon.